Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Aikido, demonstrating the martial art of peace, hosted by Aikido Shugyo Dojo. 10 Toronto area dojos or clubs from as far away as Kitchener and even New Toronto will be participating this evening. For those of you who haven't seen Aikido yet, this is a great opportunity to see the best Aikido in the GTA. You'll see a wide range of different styles and different techniques coming from different masters of the martial art. Before we begin with the Aikido presentation, Fran Turner, Chief Instructor of Aikido Shugyo Dojo, and Michael Craig of Amnesty International will be giving some opening remarks.
I welcome you here tonight, and I'm delighted to be sharing with you demonstrations of Aikido by local dojos. It has been a blessing to have Aikido as a significant part of my life. It has enabled me to stay healthy, to increase my self-awareness, and to be a part of a larger community of Aikido practitioners around the world. Sometimes students start Aikido having heard fascinating things about it, that it is a non-violent martial art, for instance. Aikido enables one to move safely to neutralize an attack without causing injury to the attacker. In this way, students are learning subtly how to move their bodies and their minds away from the fires of violence that can singe us in our day-to-day lives. Aikido is a cooperative art. A student learns to move with rather than against the physical circumstances, and to find the power in this cooperative endeavor. The practitioner learns she or he can be strong without being a bully, and that she or he can be flexible without being weak. These lessons take us human beings at least a lifetime to learn, and that is why, as in the perfection of any art or any serious practice, it is a lifetime endeavor. Morihei Ueshiba, the founder of Aikido, a man who lived in the 20th century, was the foremost martial artist of his time. Sensei, as he is called, referred to curing the world of the sickness of violence, malcontent, and discord as the work of Aikido, the art of peace. He was one man who developed a martial art that is now, decades later, practiced by thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions around the world. Through regular Aikido training, students learn that they can make a difference in their world. And my hope is that the difference is in a direction towards peace. I am happy that Aikido Shugyo Dojo can host this event, Aikido demonstrating the martial art of peace, for the benefit of Amnesty International. Amnesty International, too, demonstrates that one person can make a difference to helping stem violence by giving voice to human rights of men, women, and children suffering around the world. And I would like to welcome Michael Craig, who's going to speak in behalf of Amnesty International.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me and making Amnesty International part of this quite spectacular event. I've been asked to speak for about 4 minutes. Usually I'm given half an hour, so I'm sure Sensei Fran will come and give me a knock when I get up to about 20 minutes. I was thinking as I came in that I know this place. I used to hit little black balls around for about 10 years ago at the Y, and I was thinking that it is strange the things we do in the name of recreation. You're going to see some of the most extraordinary things tonight. But first, we should reflect, I think, on the mission of Amnesty International, the mission and the methods. This is an organization, I think, of immense importance to all of us as human beings, because our human rights are really as central to who we are as our gender or our hair color. Amnesty International has been protecting human rights around the world, fighting for human rights since 1961. That means that the organization has been seeking justice for prisoners of conscience. This is people who are arrested, often without charge and trial, thrown in jail by their governments. Amnesty has a much more substantial mandate than that, but I expect you know really a lot about the essence of what Amnesty does and seeks. I wanted to focus my remarks essentially on 3 words, and the first word is substantial, because the problem that Amnesty is facing and that we are facing collectively in the world is an extremely substantial one. Did you know that 2/3 of the world's governments torture their citizens? Think about that for a minute. It's mind-boggling. Amnesty prepares reports and makes commentaries on human rights problems of virtually every country in the world, and Canada is definitely no exception. A great deal of our work this past couple of years, in fact, has been focused on the problems of Iraq and the problems visited upon us by the United States. So it's a substantial problem, and luckily, Amnesty is a substantial organization. 1.5 million members around the world, about 400 staff people at the International Secretariat in London who are responsible for the research upon which we base our actions, we base our campaigns. So it's a substantial organization. Amnesty is also impartial. Extremely important, because we can only have credibility when we speak out on human rights issues if people cannot point and say, yes, but you're on that government side, or you're speaking for that religion or that ideology. We do not speak for any religion, any ideology, any economic system. We speak for the people of the world who demand their human rights. We do not accept money from government, and we do not accept money from corporations, particularly large corporations. And that makes us impartial as well. Very important, and something we have insisted upon for these 40+ years. And I think the third word that I thought I'd bring to your attention is reliable, because it also speaks to and goes to the issue of Amnesty International's credibility. Those researchers I mentioned at the International Secretariat work astoundingly hard, very long hours. They communicate with a wide variety of people in order to understand the human rights problems of the world. They speak to labor leaders, church people, journalists, local human rights organizers, all sorts of people. And they never accept any one person's word when they are documenting a case. They always double and triple check their information. So Amnesty is, as a result, reliable, and I think is regarded as one of, if not the, world's premier human rights organizations. Governments look to us for the true facts about human rights, much more than they do to any other organization, including the United Nations and including the United States. Lastly, I'd like to point out that Amnesty, in a sense, has a little bit of a contradiction in that we are extremely consistent. We really haven't changed our basic goals, our basic vision of a world without human rights abuses for the past 40, going on 45 years. Very consistent in that. But in fact, Amnesty has had to change. And I think most notably recently, in the last 5 years, we have changed by taking on the second half, you might say, of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Amnesty now looks not only at civil and political rights, the first half of the Universal Declaration, but on social, economic, and cultural rights as well. It changes our focus somewhat and enables us to connect the dots about how and why human rights abuses occur. So that gives you a bit of an introduction. I would welcome you to check out amnesty.ca, the Canadian website, or amnesty.org, to get a phenomenal amount of information information about human rights around the world, including in any country that you might come from. And it all comes down to us, to the action that we take. So today I have brought some brochures and some petitions that are just outside that door. So perhaps when this event ends, you can drop by the table. I'll be gone by that time, but you can drop by the table and sign the petitions, and they will go through Sensei Fran to the governments in question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. The opening demonstration will be from Aikido Shugyo Dojo. Fran Turner is a Dodan, or 5th degree black belt. Is the chief instructor of Aikido Shugyo Dojo. Turner Sensei has over 30 years of Aikido experience and started teaching in 1984. In Aikido, attacks are neutralized by applying a pin or by projections, throwing the partner. In this demonstration, there will be 3 groups of students demonstrating projections. The first group demonstrates neutralizations against having a wrist grab. The second group will demonstrate neutralization when both wrists are grabbed or one wrist is grabbed by both the attacker's hands. In the final group, there will be a variety of strikes and other attacks. Thank you. The next demonstration is from Aikido Senseis. The chief instructor is Laura Holmes. Holmes Sensei is a Sandan or third degree black belt who's been training in Aikido for about 15 years. The theme they have chosen for their portion is Aikido and the Tao. They would like the readings from the Tao and the demonstration of Aikido to promote the message of nonviolence, peace, and conflict resolution throughout the world.
Right.
Earth. If you want to follow Tao, the ancients said, first understand the perfection of heaven and earth. Wind, rain, and sun come to us through the sky. The earth gives us our home, our nourishment, jewels for our adornment, minerals for our use, places for travel. As the old saying goes, why look far away for what is close at hand? You, like the young students of the ancients, may want to study Tao. Doing so may be as simple as bending down to pick up a clump of earth. So many of us look and look for Tao. The masters, it seems, are still pointing one hand to the sky and the other to the earth. Water. When the ancients and their students stopped to rest by a pure flowing stream, the teachers compared Tao to water. Water is flowing. Every drop is made of the same substance. Water never fears being divided because it knows it will flow back together in time. It is eternal. Water is powerful. Although it can be soothing, comforting, and cleansing, it can also be enormous, mighty, and overpowering. Its nature is constant. Water is profound. In the depths of the lakes, in the darkness of the oceans, it holds all secrets. It is dangerous. It is mysterious. Yet life came from those depths. Water is unafraid. From any height, it will plunge fearlessly down. It will fall and not be injured. Water is balanced. No matter what the situation is, water will seek its own level as soon as it is left alone. Water will always flow downward to the most stable level. It conforms to any situation in a balanced way. Sky. It was natural that the students wanted to know their place in the grand Tao. The ancients told them that this would be apparent soon enough, and the students pressed the old ones to reveal more. Then the teachers gave a lesson still given to students today. They pointed one hand to the sky and the other to the earth. This gesture is one of the most profound in the tradition of Tao. It places human beings between heaven and earth. It serves as a reminder that people are a part of all things under heaven. The word Tian means sky, heaven, and nature simultaneously. Thus, Tao was to be discerned in heaven, nature. Contemplating the sky is one way of contemplating Tao. The sky is above us. It is endless, vast, ever-present, yet ever-changing. It is not an abstract philosophical concept, but a daily presence. The wind blows through its blue expanse. Clouds gather and disappear in its vastness. Without its air we could not breathe. Without the sun we could not live. Breath. To follow Tao is to follow the breath of the world. If you sense that there is a natural breathing flow to life and you want to live in harmony with that, then Tao is for you. The art of following Tao is all about the study of wholeness and harmony. Emphasis is on the greatness of life, not the smallness of parts. Life is viewed not as a concert of parts, but as the grand movement of the whole. Breath is the premier indication of life. It makes sense for us to study the breath if we want to study life. Just as we breathe, all of life breathes. To follow Tao means to breathe in concert with it. Love. Love is perhaps the most powerful of human emotions. We need to let love be as simple as the word I indicates. It is as simple as the beating of our hearts. It is expressed as easily as an embrace. Most people would agree that love is important to them, yet it is also one of the most vexing preoccupations in many lives. People suffer disappointments and think this is the fault of love. It isn't. Disappointments have to do with things not being perfect, with things not matching. That happens. It's hard to get things to match, even some of the time. But that has nothing to do with love. Love is all about continuing to try to get things to match. If you love, you'll continue to do that, even if that sometimes means sacrifice on your part. Stance. When ancient warriors trained, they laid considerable emphasis upon stance. Their practices were grueling. The warriors insisted that one couldn't punch, kick, or throw a person without being able to maintain one's balance and plant one's feet firmly on the ground. For those who follow Tao, having a strong stance is essential both physically and spiritually. The example of the stance can be applied to every situation in life. You always have to have and know your position. Don't be caught unawares. Don't be caught without a point of view. Don't be caught without tactics. The exercise of the stance teaches us that stance must be firm but never static. From the insight and the awareness of one's strategy, there are dozens of positions to which one can move instantaneously. In life, as in the practice of stances, one must have both firmness and mobility.
That's Greg Angus is ranked Yodan or fourth Dan and is the chief instructor at Nakaima Aikikai. Angus Sensei has been training in Aikido for 12 years. Angus Sensei and members of Nakaima Aikikai will be demonstrating basic techniques against grabbing and striking attacks. The next dojo is Aikido Hoku Ryu Kai. Jim Barnes, the chief instructor of Aikido Hoku Ryu Kai, is a Yondan or 4th degree black belt. Barnes Sensei has 25 years experience in Aikido. The next is Aikido Tendokai. The chief instructor of Aikido Tendokai is Yumi Nakamura, who regrets she is unable to attend this evening. Nakamura Sensei is a Godan, or 5th degree black belt, who has been practicing and teaching Aikido for over 30 years. Aikido Tendokai is located in downtown Toronto, south of the Art Gallery of Ontario. The next group is Aikido Shugyo Dojo Children's Demonstration. At the age of 6, children may start practice at Aikido Shugyo Dojo.
Spread out. Out. Tenka. Tenkan against Ski. Yakuhani Katatatori Shigonage. Katatatori Iriminage.
Golden Triangle Aikido Shurin Dojo. Stephen Martin is a Yandan, or 4th degree black belt. He's been involved in Aikido for 14 years and established Golden Triangle Dojo in Kitchener, Ontario. Weapons practice is an important feature of Barton Sensei's own training and of his teaching.
Jusan no kata.
The next is by Shibumi, here we go, Shibumi Aiki Kai. They're here now from Brampton. Peter Gelberger, the chief instructor of Shibumi Aikikai, is a Nidan or second degree black belt. Gelberger Sensei has been practicing and teaching for 26 years. Shibumi Aikikai is a community dojo working out of the Brampton YMCA.
Hi, yeah, how's it going? Oh, not bad. I'm fine. Oh, don't worry about me. Of course I'm going to testify. Oh, you have nothing to worry about. Nobody knows that I'm here. They've got no clue. I'm
You really
fine.
think we wouldn't find you?
Like I said, I'm fine.
Hey, old man, what do you think you're doing? Yeah? This is our park. If you want to stay, you got to pay. Well, I don't think so.
The next dojo is Aikido Seishinkai. George and Jerry Houston, 5th and 3rd Dan, head Aikido Seishinkai. Between the two of these senseis, they have over 55 years of experience. Aikido Seishinkai will be demonstrating some aspects of advanced practice.
The purpose of Henko Waza practice is to change from one technique to another. We begin our demonstration with Henko Waza. From one fixed attack, one fixed beginning attack, and then a variety of secondary techniques. Now, different first technique. Now various Henko Waza, various changing techniques. Katsuo Nikyo. counter techniques. So one person begins the technique, the other person will reverse it.
正面し投げ catalogue 2キロ
Heat, obrigado.
Right?
Next on the agenda is the Dojo, the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center, Aikikai. Osamu Obata has been chief instructor at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center, Aikikai, for over 30 years, making his dojo one of the longest standing Aikido dojos in Toronto. Obata Sensei is a 7th degree black belt. The Japanese Canadian Cultural Center facilitates the understanding and appreciation of Japanese heritage and culture for everyone. It is most appropriate that they should offer Aikido training there. Obata Sensei regards Aikido as a bridge between cultures. As students come to understand Aikido's movements, They will move in harmony with each other. The next presentation will be by Bill Collins Sensei. I don't think Sensei Bill was wearing a doji tonight. Bill Collins started Aikido at the age of 40, and 41 years later he is still teaching and guiding students in their Aikido practice.
Before I start anything for these guys, they're about to kill me, so I can catch my breath. So far you've been watching the martial aspect of Aikido. At my age, I have to develop the more peaceful. So I'm going to try and demonstrate the peaceful part of Aikido, which is using the aggression and trying to neutralize the aggression without using my strength. John? This is only taking his intention to push against my shin.
I asked Sensei Collins if he wanted to say a few words. He said, I'm out of breath. Well, why would he be at 81? I don't understand, do you? Did you want to say that?
Yeah. Aikido, for me, is more than just a technique. It's an attitude. The only way I can make this work for me now is by allowing the energy to come from the attack and say, no, no, I don't want to do anything to you, but if I have to, my training has taught me to move in a certain way to neutralize the attack. So if you can't see that in the technique, of course, it's because it's just an idea. And it's hard to see an idea. But if you can ever develop that idea, it's a great feeling. So I want to thank you all for being here. It's a great cause you're supporting, and it's an opportunity for us old guys to show off.
The next demonstration is a randori demonstration by Aikido Shugyo Dojo.